Let's remember why she went to Russia. She went to Russia because they don't make enough money here based on their talents to support themselves. So after a harrowing year, Ms. Griner finally returning to the court, but she's going to take a pay cut to do it after 9 months of wrongful detainment in Russia.
Nobody saw it coming. Caitlyn Clark shutting down WNBA icon Brittany Griner with just one cold move. This wasn't just a regular face-off. And now, things are spinning out of control. Angel Reese just jumped into the middle of the Griner versus Clark mess, and what she's spilling about Brittany Griner could flip the whole league upside down. Angel had been keeping it chill through all the drama, but when folks on the internet started spreading wild lies about Caitlyn, that's when Angel had to speak up. People have been throwing serious shade at Caitlyn, calling her spoiled and entitled, even suggesting she baited Griner into looking bad. But Angel isn't buying it. In fact, she's straight up saying Brittany's the real problem here. In a recent sit-down, Angel spilled the tea. She claims Brittany lashed out at Caitlyn a few weeks ago, not because of the game, but because she was scared Caitlyn might expose her. And it gets worse. Angel says Brittany wanted to make sure Caitlyn knew she could hurt her in public and walk away clean. Basically a warning shot. And if she could do that in front of cameras, what else could she get away with behind the scenes? This beef is no longer just about basketball, it's personal and it's explosive. What's shocking is that Angel Reese is siding with Caitlyn at all. These two have been going head-to-head for months. They've been rivals since day one. But according to insiders, Angel couldn't sit back while people twisted the story to make Caitlyn look like the villain. She saw things getting way too sketchy and felt like somebody had to finally say something real. The hate on Caitlyn this season has been wild and super random. From the start, folks have been dragging her name with no clear reason. One user on X even posted, Caitlyn Clark is a talented basketball player, but her behavior during this tournament has been disappointing. We need athletes to set good examples for young people, and CE had the opportunity to be a positive role model but fell short. Seriously, Caitlyn's just out here defending herself and playing her game. That whole bad role model narrative sounds like someone out here cooking up stories just to tear her down. Angel saw the setup, and now she's calling it all out loud and clear, but that's just scratching the surface. On top of being labeled a bad role model, folks online are dragging Caitlyn Clark through the mud, calling her entitled, bratty, and even a full-on diva. Lately, it's like the hate comments multiplied overnight. One person dropped, Caitlyn Clark seems a little self-entitled and I can't stand her. Another said, Caitlyn Clark has always been so entitled. And then came this savage post. Caitlyn Clark is not some damsel in distress. She's an a-hole trying to act innocent. Give it more time.
All of this stuff adds up. People always want to just use like the really big fouls that don't get called. It's like, oh my God, can you believe this wasn't going to get called? The reason why I'm really trying to highlight this is because this is what goes on all game. Every single game. Every single possession. It's endless. And it will wear you down. Wear you down.
Whew! They're not holding back at all. But here's where it gets suspicious. Almost all of these hate posts started popping up right around the time Caitlyn's beef with Brittany Griner exploded in public. Coincidence? Angel Reese says absolutely not. Angel straight up believes Brittany Griner had something to do with the sudden surge of hate toward Caitlyn, and if you're paying attention, the timing tells the whole story. In a recent interview, Angel opened up saying Brittany didn't just randomly come for Caitlyn, there was a reason behind it, and according to Angel, Brittany didn't want Caitlyn to expose something. She said, it's pretty obvious. Angel claims Brittany tries to act like she's got nothing to hide, but people do know her secrets. And here's the kicker. Angel made it crystal clear. Bullying one player won't stop the truth from coming out. So, what truth is Angel hinting at? What's this secret that has the league shaking? Here comes the twist that's got everyone whispering. There have been long-standing rumors, yep, those rumors, about Brittany Griner's physical profile being different from most players. And according to sources close to the situation, it goes way beyond just gossip, and insiders are saying the WNBA has been aware of this for a long time and chose to keep it on the low. Some are even claiming it's become an open secret behind the scenes. And get this, if Caitlyn hadn't been ready to put it all out there, someone else was, and that someone might just have been Angel Reese herself. So who's really telling the truth here? Is it Angel Reese, someone behind the scenes in the league? Or is there another reason why not a single player stepped up to back Caitlyn Clark? What really had people shocked was Angel's statement, because out of everyone, she seemed like the last person who'd come for Brittany Griner. Sure, Angel and Brittany ain't exactly besties, but they've always shown mutual respect. That's what made this twist hit so hard. Not long ago, Angel even went viral for allegedly saying prime Brittany Griner would take down prime Allen Iverson on the court. Wild, right? Angel later tried to deny she ever said it, but fans noticed she never actually disagreed with the statement. So it's pretty clear. Angel thinks Brittany's the real deal when it comes to hoop skills. Brittany responded too, and she wasn't mad about the comment. She said, "We know this fake. AI was and will be one of the most exciting players to watch. I get crossed up watching his highlights. So no beef there, just good vibes, and that's not all. In past interviews, both Angel and Brittany have praised each other with nothing but respect. In a sit-down with Rolling Stone, Brittany gave Angel major props saying, "I love the hype, I love everything, I love the fact that we have all these new fans, I think the momentum is definitely growing." Brittany clearly sees Angel as a rising force in the league, and Angel's always respected Brittany's place in the game. That's why this whole thing is throwing people off. If someone was gonna come for Brittany in this beef, nobody would have guessed it'd be Angel. If anything, most fans figured she'd stand with Brittany, not flip the script. Meanwhile, Angel and Caitlyn, total rivals. The media lives for their matchups, and fans never stop comparing them. Whether it's stats, personality, or star power, these two are neck and neck, and everyone knows they're each other's biggest competition right now. What made Angel backing Caitlyn even wilder? It's not just the rivalry between them, it's the fact that even Angel's own mentor, Shaquille O'Neal, seemed to think Caitlyn was the better player.
I love Caitlyn Clark, besides her skills.
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit in Mahmoud Abdul-Roh, but I've never seen a guy consistently come down. And if you look at, like if you saw Steph on the street, he ain't got the LeBron muscles. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". He look like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we never seen before. Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis. There's a lot of girls in WNBA that have done it in spurts, but you know that game I'm watching y'all in the Final Four, I'm like, damn, like, and I was a hater because you know I'm down. She was like, she's not gonna hit that shot, and bam, like, damn, she's not gonna hit that shot, man. Like if I say 10 times you're not gonna hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth. So I'm telling you now.
Yep, their podcast interview went viral fast, and not in Angel's favor. Shaq spent nearly the whole time hyping Caitlyn up like she was the next big thing since sliced bread. When Shaq asked Angel why she thought people were so obsessed with Caitlyn, her answer said it all. This was Angel's chance to keep it classy and admit Caitlyn's got game, but instead, she brushed it off saying it was all because of her logo threes. You could feel the tension. Shaq wasn't having it either. He jumped in quick and reminded her that fans love Caitlyn not just because she can shoot deep, but because she's the complete package. Right there, on her own show, Shaq basically crowned Caitlyn the future of basketball. And if you've seen that clip, you can tell Angel was not loving it. The disappointment in her face? Hard to miss. And let's not forget one of the messiest moments between Angel and Caitlyn. Remember when Angel hit Caitlyn with that hand gesture during a game and people online dragged her for it, calling it ghetto? But then, when Caitlyn pulled the exact same move on Hailey Van Lith, everyone just shrugged it off like it was nothing. That moment sparked a firestorm across social media. Fans were going at it, defending their favorites and calling out the double standards. Sure, you could chalk all this up to typical player rivalry, but let's be real. Angel and Caitlyn have never exactly screamed teamwork. That's what makes Angel stepping into this whole Brittany Griner situation so serious. She's not doing it for clout, and she's definitely not doing it to buddy up with Caitlyn. Angel has nothing to gain by speaking up. If anything, it just stirs the pot even more. But she's still speaking her truth, no matter how uncomfortable it makes people. She's ruffling feathers, calling things out, and showing she's not afraid to shake up the league if it means getting real. So when you really line it all up, it totally makes sense why Angel would side with Caitlyn in this beef. Caitlyn isn't just the underdog here, she's turning into the league's scapegoat. Ever since she stepped into the WNBA spotlight, it's been non-stop drama thrown her way. People have bullied her, called her every name in the book, jealous, entitled, fake humble. You name it. And let's not even talk about how some of these players act when they share the court with her. It's like they've got a personal mission to break her down. We're talking elbows thrown, shady comments, constant taunting, and she's just trying to hoop. And then boom, we get that now infamous moment. Brittany Griner straight up coming for Caitlyn mid-game. That clip lit the internet on fire, but it didn't stop there. As you probably saw, Brittany ended up getting fouled out of the game after that heated move, and then things got even worse. That's when reports started circulating about Brittany allegedly dropping a racist remark toward Caitlyn, calling her a trash effing white girl. Yeah, that one hit different. And here's where things get real messy. If that had been anybody else, that career would have been on life support. Just look back at what happened with Liz Cambage in 2021. She was accused of making racial remarks toward members of the Nigerian women's basketball team, and that was basically the end for her. She had to pull out of the Olympics and later stepped away from the league altogether. But now, it's like the rules changed. Suddenly, making wild offensive comments on the court isn't that serious. Imagine if Caitlyn had said the same exact thing to Brittany. By now, she'd be suspended, fined, and dragged in every headline from coast to coast. People would be calling it a hate crime and demanding full cancellation. The double standard here is so loud you can't ignore it. And what really makes it worse? Brittany didn't own up to anything. No apology, no statement, no responsibility at all. Even if she didn't face consequences, the least she could have done was acknowledge that her words hurt someone. But nah, radio silence. And now the league's silence is starting to look a little too intentional, like, is the WNBA protecting certain players while letting others get thrown to the wolves? Because that's exactly how it's looking from the outside. Caitlyn's been catching heat left and right. Every move she makes gets dissected, criticized, or twisted. But when it comes to Brittany, the league's been quiet, real quiet. Even the commentators and sports analysts are picking sides. Some calling Caitlyn overhyped, saying she needs to earn her spot, while others are low-key pretending the incident with Brittany never even happened. Where's the accountability? Where's the fairness? The league can't keep preaching unity and equality while playing favorites behind the scenes. And Angel Reese calling all this out? That's gutsy. Because let's be real, going against Brittany Griner isn't just risky, it's career-threatening.
For the first time in an extensive interview, former WNBA player Candace Wiggins said the league's culture was full of bullying and jealousy. Wiggins told the San Diego Union Tribune that she was frowned upon as a straight woman, claiming 98% of WNBA players are gay, adding, "People were deliberately trying to hurt me all of the time. I'd never been called the B word so many times in my life than I was in my rookie season. I'd never been thrown to the ground so much." The message was, "We want you to know we don't like you." Wiggins believed her pride in being a woman didn't fit well in the
Brittany's a big name. She's a WNBA staple. Stepping on her toes could easily get Angel iced out by the media or worse, blacklisted in certain league circles. But Angel's not backing down. She's risking her own image just to make sure people don't let this slide. The sad part? Caitlyn hasn't even done anything to deserve all this heat. She's been showing up, playing hard, keeping her head down, and still, somehow she's the one getting painted as the problem. Every time she speaks up or pushes back, they say she's being dramatic or too sensitive, but the second someone else throws shade her way, it's crickets. At this point, it's not even about basketball anymore. It's about the culture inside the league, the favoritism, the gatekeeping, the silent power plays that fans never get to see. And now that Angel's opening that door, more people are starting to pay attention. More eyes are watching, more voices are getting loud. Because if this is how the WNBA treats its rising stars, well, what message does that send to every young girl watching from the sidelines? What's even more wild? The league is sitting on a ticking time bomb and they know it. With the spotlight burning hotter than ever and fans dissecting every clip, tweet, and sideline whisper, it's only a matter of time before more players start speaking out. Angel might be the first to crack the code wide open, but you can bet she won't be the last. Behind the scenes, there's talk that a few other WNBA stars have been staying silent on purpose. Not because they support Brittany, but because they're scared of the fallout. Some of them have seen what happens when you go against the grain, and they're not trying to end up benched, blackballed, or buried in PR spin. But the silence? That's starting to look real shady. And fans are noticing. The double standards, the media spin, the way the league lets certain people throw elbows, figuratively and literally, while others get slammed for existing. Caitlyn's every move gets turned into a headline, while other players can stir up chaos and barely catch a warning. Where's the balance? Some insiders say there's a quiet culture inside the WNBA where a handful of vets pull the strings, and you either play nice or get left out. If that's true, then Caitlyn Clark walking into this league and shaking things up without bowing down, that's a threat. And Angel backing her up, that's a revolution. And don't forget, this new generation of fans, they're not buying the polished PR stories anymore. They want raw. They want real. They see what's going on. The days of brushing scandals under the rug and expecting fans to move on, long gone. And so now the WNBA's at a crossroads. Either they step up, call things out fairly, and make space for real accountability, or they risk losing control of the narrative completely. Because with Angel Reese going public and Caitlyn Clark's every step watched by millions, the pressure is building, and once the dam breaks, there's no going back. But here's where things get real ugly. What really pushed Angel to break her silence? Reports say Brittany Griner wasn't just staying quiet after that on-court mess. She was bragging about it behind the scenes. Word is, Brittany's been walking around like she runs the league, telling folks straight up that she can do what she wants and nobody's gonna check her. Getting caught bullying another player on camera should have been enough, right? But nope. Brittany allegedly kept that same energy off the court, talking down to other players, ignoring coaches, and acting like her spot on the team is untouchable. No respect, no accountability, just full-on ego mode. And while all that's going down, the league, dead silent. That silence says everything. The people in charge didn't step in to protect Caitlyn, didn't make a statement, didn't show any discipline. Letting Brittany run wild basically told the rest of the players, hey, this is cool now, do what you want, and that's dangerous. It's creating a toxic blueprint for what's acceptable, and Caitlyn's the one who had to pay the price first. Even when former WNBA stars and top sports commentators started calling for action, the league still said nothing. That's when Angel knew she had to step in. She wasn't about to let this slide, not when someone like Brittany was getting a free pass. When Angel exposed the real reason behind Brittany's attack on Caitlyn, the whole vibe shifted. She flipped the script, and the league felt it. But now things might be about to heat up even more. Rumors are flying that Angel could be next on Brittany's hit list. Why? Because Angel's not done. She's reportedly planning to pick up right where Caitlyn left off, and if Brittany thought Caitlyn was a threat, she better watch her step because Angel's coming in bold and she's not playing nice. And if what folks are saying is true, Angel's next move might just be the one that ends this game for Brittany for good.